grow, the way that we are shaped into Christ likeness is through suffering and through pain. And so, and joy and pain are kind of like kissing cousins. Like you can't really understand joy unless you've suffered. And so, marriage is a kind of crucible. It's kind of like a a way that the way that I've described it in the past is like it's this garden where mercy can grow. And like there's no way to be married for any length of time without realizing a that we need to learn what it's like to give mercy and what it's like to need mercy. Like you just it's always
Mm-hmm.
happening. You're always having to forgive and you're always having to be forgiven. And so yeah, for like it my hunch is like your hunch is that in the same way that most people go through some kind of midlife crisis, you know, most of us are going through some kind of there will be some point in your life where you hit rock bottom and then you slowly climb your way out of it. And when you're on the other side of it, you're this kind of new person. You're going through a kind of cocoon. And I think marriages are that way too. I think that you any honest marriage, because you know sometimes the 84-year-old couple sitting on the bench, like it is possible that they've just never really talked about their problems. And they're living a kind of half life where they're just like, well, we're just here and we've never dug in really. But most of the time, I would guess that they've got stories, they've survived some things, and the beautiful thing is like we were just talking about this the other day that God, who is outside of time, sees the whole painting of human history, and the whole painting is a masterpiece, right? That brings him glory, and then we are in the painting moving forward through time and we can't see the whole thing, but we do get these glimpses where like I think when we are invited outside of the painting to see things the way that he sees them, we'll be able to praise him because we can see all the shadows that made the work more beautiful. But when you're living in the shadow part, it doesn't feel like that all the time. But you do over the long haul. Like we've been married 25 years now. We can look back at a 25-year-old snapshot of the painting and see his goodness. You know, you can just see. You know, I could cry right now thinking about the ways he has taught us about his own heart through the deep pain that we share. You know, the moment in our marriage where we almost didn't make it ended up becoming a badge of honor. You know, and you give it time to become that by that long obedience idea. So
Special thanks to Saint Sartori's channel and Marriage is a Crucible. Thanks for that, bud. Hey, everybody. This is one of them OBS broadcasts, so, you know, I can't bring what you say up on the screen. It doesn't mean I don't see it. Hey, Toots. Magic, good to see you. Special thanks to... That's what you're hearing right now. That's what you're hearing right now. And the Chino 23 Signs and Wonders stream, which will be edited down to the And the Chino 23 Signs and Wonders announcement. But I'll get to the title part pretty quick here. I just took part in American Mass, man, and it was kind of wild, you know. And as a result, here is the horrible thing you're staring into, is the Does It Yeti. Does It Yeti. Take some time to get to know each other. I'm gonna get the dice for your savings throws.
locking into it and allowing Christ to shape you by means of this other human being that you're walking through time with. That the only way we give that the chance give mercy a chance to grow in that garden is time. And so I think that's all I have to say about it.
All we are saying, give mercy a chance. You can't see him, and you probably never can anyway. You get to choose between survival, social, wisdom, and heart. If it's over 10, you take half damage from the mind control that follows. Otherwise, I got you, baby. Choose! Survivalists. 5. Socialists. 3. Lovers of wisdom. My dear, my dear. Natural 1. Bonuses do not apply to natural ones. And, hard folks. Pair of 9s will get you 18. You're safe and sound because it's a heart-filled thing, this Does It Yeti. I know it looks terrifying, but really, it's all heart, baby. The Does It Yeti. And the rocket's red glare. Can you imagine, can you comprehend the amount of human sacrifice that has been poured into that ritual? Like, oh, and everybody at the same time? Oh, and like, does it yet, dude? Like, that strikes to the core of everybody who ever believed in America at all. Oh, wow. Anachino 23 is a gathering in a place in California of 30 people at the moment. I am in charge. And so one of the things that's going to happen there is the Signs and Wonders, which will be a band of at least 4 human beings who play at least one song as the band, the Signs and Wonders, just to make the title of this live stream accurate. Other than that, I don't know. I'm thinking like the best way to do it would be for like the first 11 slots to be like $2,000 a piece. And then the rest of them, like $20. That's the angle I'm wanting to take right now. But they're my slots. I can do with them what I want. I have the power, essentially. Because I don't know. Will he rise to the challenge or will he burn the city down? Let's find out at Anachino 23, May 18th through the 22nd, somewhere in California. I'm assuming it's near Chino, and the Anna part means actually not alone. An assassination attempt is so much easier if you're there with me. Why don't you give it a shot at Anachino 23? Stay tuned for more information. It's a thing. It's happening. It's as real as I've ever manifested in your presence before. For those of you who call it IRL, as if all the time you spend staring in the screen is something else. Like, that's not what you're burning when you do that? Oh. Okay, and then, so, yes. That is the announcement. I can clip that into a video for tomorrow. Is anybody saying anything in the chat? Magic is heart savings throws. Okay, well. Was there more? Well, I kind of wanted to go off about that ritual thing, man. That was wild. That was wild. Just the conviction on the heart. Like, hey, bro, you know that flag of your nation? Is it still waving over this? All this you see around you, is it waving over that? I don't know, man. Super powerful stuff. I figured. So I did that old tweet, like, does it yet, friend? And like what the little headline there is, right? And like that. It so easily could be the sleeper cell activation code, right? Does it yet? And then, like, the wonderful Karen Wong had commented on the previous thumbnail that had all resembled this, that it was a lovely thumbnail. And so I took the monkey from that one with the lobster monkey logo, the Zodiac lobster monkey logo on his head, with lobster monkey goose in the middle. The one where you can get the You can get that on a hoodie in the link in the description. That one was on a monkey's head, on a monkey's forehead. And Karen liked it. So I took the monkey over to the Demon AI at Night Cafe. And I put in the Monster Party prompt with, I think, Shadow Cabal of production executives. And then the Monster Party prompt. And I did the prompt weight at like 10% and 0 adding noise. And this beautiful Desert Yeti emerged. Hello, Teo Falele. I didn't even do it right. I know, but I still love it. How's it going, Teo? This is our one of our powerful SUR persons over on the islands. On the islands under the foot of Charles himself now. Charles in charge of your days and your nights. And our lives. And our lives. And our lives. So, but like taking part in the ritual of the Super Bowl national anthem, like they show you football players crying and stuff, and you wonder like, is he crying because he loves his country, or is he crying because his mom is proud he made it to the Super Bowl, or and you know there's all that I don't know, that happens. That was part of the experience, and I honestly I don't know if see, I don't normally go out in the real world, so I don't know how this normally works, right? I don't know that if the people at Super Bowl owl parties normally participate with the standing and the heart over the hand thing. But what happened was, I was trying to mingle and make everybody feel comfortable with me, and there was this one guy who was off by himself watching the TV when the thing had first started. He was like, and everybody else was kind of chit-chatting amongst themselves. So I went in there, and I asked if it was if the national anthem had started yet. And he said, yeah, I think it's about to. And then that one lady was singing. He told me how they gave that one guy an award. And I was trying to tweet that tweet. Not the one before, obviously, the one before, the does it yet friend. And about the don't feed your chickens what they sell you anymore. That was a report I got from another fella who gave me the name of a place to go, which is very exciting, but that's between me and Diane. And oh yeah, and so like he doesn't know me, but I've asked about the national anthem, and this one lady starts singing. He says, I think it's starting. So like I turn around, but I don't put my hand over my heart. I just put it like at ease, at the at ease position, but you know, in the front. And then it's like just that lady singing. So I go back to tweeting. But then later, I'm out in the backyard talking to folk, and somebody comes and gets me for the national anthem. And everybody in the living room is doing this, riding the wave, participating in the mass. And so I hop on board, and like this one guy the universe sent me comes in to like, grab some food or something. And he sees us all like in communion with the moment of the singing of our national anthem. Oh, no, it was a bearded guy. A guy with a great beard playing it. So that was great, too. And so then he, like, puts down his food and joins the ritual. And, like, I think he especially played out the does it yet in the crest, too. I wouldn't swear to it at the moment. I was swept up in the moment. Too much to pay that kind of attention. But it was kind of wild. And I was blood buzzing for a good half an hour after that. And then, so I made my rounds and left and came back to get this all set up to tell you about it. Because that's the kind of real life interactions I like. About an hour. An hour is about right. I mean, people got things to do. Nico, good to see you. No, no, this was nationalism, Nico. Like nobody participating in the national anthem ritual has to give a flying bejesus about who can get the ball farther. And my official prediction for that is that they have to let the Chiefs win because diversity, right? And anyway, I would if you. I think honestly that you could probably find the footage of the thing and go to the part and ride that wave. But like to know that all those people were doing it at the same, like to be a part of like that mass. It's like if everybody on the planet jumped at the same time. I don't know. I don't know. It was the transcendence of self into a bigger entity, and I think "Does It Yet" calls out. It could very well be a sleeper cell activation phrase. Like, does it yet? And if not, what are you gonna do about it? And if it does, what are you gonna do about it? I don't think I was thinking about it. So this is not spur of the moment thought. It's rejiggered at least once. But you're it's in the Manchester Orchestra song. You are where you came from. Always. Like the guy from Guam who ended up in this place at a Super Bowl party. Like he can't not be the guy from Guam. And that they're trying to make it about who you'll let you have sex with instead of where you're from. It's I don't know. Seems like a lie. But I don't know, maybe we live in interesting times. Oh, good news, everybody. Nico is telling us it's nonsense. No, it's not your country. It's just you are a multifaceted creature, Nico. You can have a sense of patriotism. Patriotism is a thing you can feel. It's not nation worship. It's respect for this blood sacrifice of every ancestor that brought you here. It's far more ancestor worship than country worship. Yes, there's a ritual. Yes, those are parallel appearing ritual acts. Thanks for the enlightenment. Did you think anybody didn't know that? You don't get the benefits if you don't LARP along. You have to. It's like they say placebo effect is 10%. It's more like 33. And if you don't LARP it in your heart, then you don't get the blood buzz, bro. And Jesus forgives everything, so we're in good shape, right? Jeez. You're being kind of trolly tonight, Nico. If I see it again, I'm gonna have a problem. I, I'm telling we're in an information war, so it's not like I don't see what you're doing. I have a high tolerance because I'm a forgiving man. Ah, see, this is the attention. You like that, Nico? You like it when I say Nico, Nico? Does it do it for you? Because you're so clever in my comments? Mm. It is, it is. It is in a way, feed. I haven't seen you for a while. Do you get a notification when I go in the right direction? Does who's in control of your nation affect your attitude to patriotism in the moment? Does it? I'm sure it should. Like, attitude to patriotism, attitude whereas, like, whether you're holding it sacred or profane. But patriotism versus, like, the patriotism in the moment, the fact that, like, that dirty, gropey, sniffy man is being elderly abused to do what he's doing, and everybody is, I don't know, watching it on Twitter is sad, and it's like, man, how long are you gonna let him rape her? Well, until he finishes. I mean, check it out. They're shooting down UFOs, bro. Is patriotic feeling exploited? Sure. Like I said, you could activate sleeper cells with it. It's a good time. Who would you fight and kill for? No, what would you. It's like, what would you live for? Is the hard question. What would you die for? What would you kill for? Those are easy questions. What would you give your life to? And what have you been giving your life to? Ooh, that's a good fucking tweet. Catch you guys next